Sometimes we're just as shocked or moved or energized by the news we cover as anyone would be. But by the time we share it, our initial reaction has settled a bit. But for these stories, we want you to learn about the news at the same time we do. Welcome to another installment of
And if you don't know, now you know. So, Ramses Ja.
Q Ward.
I know you don't watch TV ever.
Nah, son.
However, this year's Grammys, it was slapping, bro.
Yeah, I heard about it. Well, I heard that it was dope. I didn't watch it though.
And based on that response, I'm gonna guess that you didn't watch.
No, I did. Not because. First off, let me say this. I may have watched the Grammys once ever in my life. And I know I'm a DJ, I know I'm a music person, I know I'm a radio guy, I know all that stuff. I typically will get the Cliff's Notes a day later. I just get anxiety when I want someone to win and they don't win or whatever. So I don't like shows like that in general. But I always feel like I got something better to do. And I feel like for the first time ever, I might have missed out on something really special last night just because I've kind of seen the response, the cultural response. And I know that we're going to talk about this today, but I'm excited to know what indeed happened specifically at the Grammys. So
I'm glad you're at least excited.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some things about last night.
Okay.
This story from the Associated Press. All eyes at the Grammy Awards were on whether the most nominated artist in the history of the telecast would finally walk away with that coveted Album of the Year trophy. She did.
Okay.
We finally saw it happen, host Trevor Noah said, almost in relief. Beyonce, winning for Cowboy Carter, capped a night that turned into a tribute to a suffering Los Angeles. All of us know.
Yeah, the fires.
Not just the fires, but the people.
Yeah.
Most of us, especially Ramses and myself, have friends and loved ones that live in LA. And all of us at least know someone who suffered in the wake of those fires. Yeah. They did turn the show into a tribute for LA, and it was felt. City firefighters were chosen to reveal the winner of the last award, and speeches offering words of encouragement in communities devastated. The Grammys almost veered into a telethon, raising $7 million just from viewers. Now, they said that some corporations and companies also gave money, but the $7 million raised was specifically from people watching the Grammys, scanning the QR code off their TV.
I like that. Okay.
And donating to a cause to help people that were affected by the fires.
All right.
In other awards, Doechii won the Grammy for Best Album.
She's from TDE.
She's a TDE artist.
I studied up, yeah.
Who is from Tampa, Florida.
I like her too. She's really
And she's a new artist. And a woman winning Best Rap Album is a big deal. But she won Best Rap Album? Yeah, she won the Grammy for Best Rap Album.
Okay.
Only the third woman in history to win in that category.
Lauryn Hill won that.
Lauryn Hill.
Who else?
Name the other.
I don't know.
You should.
I know Lauryn Hill because I remember when that happened.
Cardi B is the other.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
And
that's right.
and now Doechii means three.
Okay.
And for essentially a rookie to jump off the porch and win Best Rap Album with a mixtape.
Dang.
Like, that's the biggest flex ever.
Okay, well, go ahead, Doechii.
I think there was a collective celebration for her win. You know what I mean? She faced some kind of ridicule from people who say she makes Harriet Tubman slave music.
Who said that?
The same types of criticisms they give to Kendrick Lamar and any other person who is unapologetically black. Even black people find a way to turn that into a pejorative. But I'll move on. Doechii won Best Rap Album, and with her mother by her side, had an incredible, strong message in her acceptance speech. And I quote, "I know there's some black girl out there, so many black women out there that are watching me right now, and I want to tell you, you can do it. Anything is possible. Anything is possible," she said. She continued, "Don't allow anyone to project any stereotypes on you, to tell you that you can't be here, that you're too dark, or that you're not smart enough, or that you're too dramatic, or you're too loud. You are exactly who you need to be right where you are. And I am a testimony right now. Good night." It was a powerful message, and as my daughter is watching that with me, you can imagine.
Oh, okay.
I got a bit emotional.
Okay.
Lady Gaga had a message for us as well. Quote, "Trans people are not invisible. Trans people deserve love. The queer community deserves to be lifted up. Music is love." Messages like this normally would seem random, but we all know what the collective marginalized community is going through right now with direct attacks from our government, direct initiatives and legislation passed down from the most powerful seat in our land, weaponized against marginalized communities is a really disgusting thing. So a lot of artists spoke up against that.
I wonder if just while we're here, I wonder if
please.
Donald Trump was watching this, because this is like kind of one of those things that helps the country feel normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, these people are the non-crazy people on TV. You know what I mean? And they're not playing a character; they get to be themselves at the award shows.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
and
I wonder if
who
Donald
tend
Trump
to have fans on both sides of the political aisle.
Sure.
That's another important thing to point out. They like to point all of Hollywood as these elites who only liberal people like, but there's some Republicans at Taylor Swift shows and at Lady Gaga shows.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's important that in these spaces, they make their voices heard.
Sure.
Not long after, Alicia Keys being honored with the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award also backed diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, another Trump target. "This is not the time to shut down the diversity of our voices," Keys said. "We've seen on this stage talented, hardworking people from different backgrounds with different points of view, and it changes the game. DEI is not a threat, it's a gift." And the collective audience seemed to resonate with that when she said it. Even watching, on television, I think my whole household embraced this message that was not just about the music and the awards, but in this community that needs to be rebuilt in LA from the fires, and all of these people that are marginalized, that are under attack again by the president of the United States. It's a really interesting time and place for us to be. But the reason why I expected that you, of all people from Compton, California, will be tuned in.
Oh man, listen
to last night's.
I did hear that Dot had a good night.
Kendrick Lamar, man. Sometimes you gotta pop out, Rams.
Okay.
And show people.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Kendrick Lamar, 7 nominations.
Okay.
But no matter the outcome, was only eligible to win 5 of them, because in 2 categories he was nominated twice. So he was competing against himself for, I think, best rap song and.
Oh, did he have 2 songs in that category?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He had best rap performance and best rap song.
Okay.
He was nominated twice in both categories. One for Not Like Us and one for Metro Boomin' and Future's Like That, where he was the feature that set the music world ablaze last year.
Sure.
So
he was in 5 categories, but 7 nominations.
But in 2 categories twice.
Okay,
yes, sir. 7 total nominations, but he swept all 5 categories.
That's why.
Including
that's why.
Record and Song of the Year.
Okay.
So the 3 biggest awards of the night are Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year.
Oh, so that's Beyonce, Kendrick, and Kendrick.
Beyonce, Kendrick, and Kendrick.
Okay,
so
that's a black night.
It was the Black Excellence Grammys.
Yeah, man.
I saw a lot of people asking why there is a Record of the Year and a Song of the Year. One of those is a Music Performance Award. The other is a Music Creation Award. So songwriters and producers versus artists. Okay. The artist wins both times, but one of them is directly about the creation of the record, and the other is about the performance of the song. I think is the way that those are broken down. So you have
like people and maybe writers, engineers. It extends to a team of people.
Yes,
okay,
and the only song in the songwriters category that had a single contributor was Kendrick Lamar Duckworth for Not Like Us.
Okay. And I'm sure the other one had Mustard on it. Mustard probably would have been.
No, but I mean, as far as songwriters, all of these other songs were collaborative efforts.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Where Kendrick Lamar Duckworth was the single writer / composer for Not Like Us.
Dang, man. Well, let me say this. I knew that because I'd heard like the rumblings that because this was this. You can't avoid it. It'll make its way to you, right? So I knew that Beyonce had a good night. Okay, cool. I see Beyonce and she's, whatever. Good. Beyonce won something. Great. And she always wins. So great. And then Kendrick, okay, cool. Kendrick, you know, we're not done celebrating Kendrick. I love that energy. Let's keep going. I didn't know that he got all that and he won all the categories that he was in. That's great.
Another important thing to point out, you said Beyonce always wins. Again, the most decorated artist in the history of the Grammys. She's won more than everyone. Okay. But she's never won before last night Album of the Year.
And she won it for a country album.
So winning, yes. Best country and album of the year for a country album. That's first black amazing. Artist to ever do so.
Yeah.
An interesting thing to point out about Kendrick Lamar that I think people will forget just by the nature of how successful the song was. A diss record won Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Rap Performance, Best Music Video. Important to say that because not Best Rap Music Video. No, Best Music Video.
Yeah.
And Best Rap Performance. A sweep with a diss record. The most Grammys any single rap song has ever won was 5 last night with Kendrick Lamar Duckworth.
Wow.
And the song was a diss record aimed at Aubrey Drake Graham.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That is a monumental flex in the battle rap arena. Man, I don't think it's something that'll ever be accomplished again.
Well, I want to say one thing, if I may. Compton, California, we are up.
Talk to him. The night didn't end there. The CEO of the Grammys, in a surprise move, got on stage and didn't just issue an apology, but issued a comprehensive explanation as to why some things changed with the Recording Academy, from how its members are elected, to the number of members involved, to the diversity breakdown of women and people of color who have added so much to the Academy.
You talked about diversity on the stage?
He did, on the stage.
Good. Okay.
Talked about, over 40%, I think, people of color are a part of the Academy now.
Okay, good.
A very, very large percentage of women. 3 separate organizations that are now units of the Recording Academy for women, for people of color, and for the LGBTQ community have all been initiatives that they've been very intentional about pouring resources into and getting a more, not just transparent, not just more inclusive, but more educated base of people who are really into today's music. The Recording Academy used to skew older, and it used to skew white. And now it's a younger, more diverse Recording Academy. Okay. And one of the people who brought this to their attention most aggressively was a massively successful artist, The Weeknd. And as the CEO offered this apology and this explanation, they welcomed The Weeknd back to the Grammys after he very famously boycotted and stepped away from the Recording Academy because he felt like there was a lack of transparency and really a lack of inclusion there. So this was a major night where all this black excellence was gathered, all this black excellence was celebrated, and someone as large as The Weeknd was able to come back and grace the stage again. The night did not go without its hiccups, however.
Okay. Don't say nothing about Donald Trump.
I won't.
Was he tweeting or something?
Goodness.
Or talking?
I'm sure he was.
Okay.
I tried my best not to pay any attention to him.
Go ahead.
However, speaking of, the President of the United States, one of his loudest supporters showed up, walked the red carpet with his wife, and went home. And that would normally sound like a benign story, except while he walked the red carpet with his wife, she got naked. Exactly what you think when I say that. Not some sort of artistic expression of naked. Nope. Completely full frontal nude. Every body part that you imagine was visible was. And not only do children watch the Grammys on television, but children are present at the Grammys and on the carpet. And I actually have a photo that one of the photographers caught of a child like leaning over to look at her, like a young boy who's like over to the side of where the step and repeat is, like leaning around to like see around the corner so he can see this completely naked woman on the red carpet.
These people came to the Grammys to walk on the red carpet and then go home?
Yes.
Okay.
They came to the Grammys for that moment.
Wow.
And I saw several people, as usual, celebrating this guy like he made some type
Who
of
is he?
statement. His name is Kanye West. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
serious?
When I said one of his loudest supporters, I forgot to
I'm thinking this is just a guy that came to the Grammys and just to do some weirdo
this
stuff.
Is Kanye West.
Well, I guess it is a guy that came to do some weirdo stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kanye West and his wife.
Okay, that checks out. Cause
Walked
she's,
the red carpet.
Yeah, okay.
And Kanye treated her like he always treats her, like she's an object. The lack of respect for her. And she chooses to be there. She seems happy. They love each other, sure. But I don't understand how you'd say to the world simultaneously, this is the person that I love the most, that I give my life to protect, that I want to provide for and make life better for. And here, everyone who wants to look at her completely naked. Cause I'm Ye and I'm rich and like I don't ever understand anything that this guy does anymore. And I'm really lost as to how anybody still thinks that he's cool.
Yeah. I would be with you if it was like skimpy or scantily clad, because he does like fashion. Well, I'm not into none of this stuff, you know what I mean? But I could see him justifying a behavior like that if she was wearing something. But for her to be completely naked,
it wasn't some type of artistic.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
so completely full frontal.
So he just went to say, "Hey, everybody, look at my naked wife," and then go home.
Take her fur coat off. She had her fur on, and she had some piece of fabric on.
Okay.
But it wasn't sheer. I'll show you when we're done recording. I'll show you.
Okay.
She was completely naked. Like there's no other.
So was it like just like a clear thing that she was wearing?
No, because clear would make you clear in your mind, shows you like a transparency that you can just see through. I'll show you. Okay. There's no way to articulate it.
Okay.
Everybody who already saw it knows what I mean.
Okay.
When you see it, you'll know what I mean too.
Okay. Right.
And lastly, one of our legends was not just slightly snubbed, but almost blatantly disrespected. He goes by the name of Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, one of the greatest songwriters and producers in the history of music. While being interviewed by the Associated Press, the interviewer, the reporter, the journalist, whatever her position, just fangirled out on some other artist that was walking by and just left the interview.
So she was interviewing Babyface first, and you know what's funny is that the Associated Press, I saw earlier, the Associated Press wrote the article that you're reading, and then their reporters. So let me make sure I'm saying this right. My understanding is that she was interviewing Babyface, and then
some other artist who she was a fan of,
then she left
was walking by, and she just fangirled out in the middle of her interview with Babyface, and Babyface, God bless him, was so graceful and so above it. He's like, "Oh, you want to do that? Oh, go ahead." He wasn't mean. He wasn't rude. He just like stepped out of the way and just left.
Okay.
And let her go interview this person who she clearly really, really wanted to interview, but it was so rude and so.
Well, so here's what I'm thinking. You have to know who Babyface is in order to be talking to him in the first place. And if you know who Babyface is, then you know, I don't know who the person that they left to go talk to, but you have to know that Babyface. Like, you don't learn about Babyface and be like, "Oh, that's that guy that did that one thing." No, you get Babyface,
well,
all of it.
To her credit, or the lack of her bosses assigning her, she clearly didn't know, right? Like,
okay, so she's just talking to whoever.
There to talk to people on the carpet.
Okay, go ahead.
Right, and Babyface, she knows, is a celebrity because he's on the carpet.
Okay, so she's just asking general questions like, what do you expect tonight? Or
well, there's more than one person there, so I'm guessing one of them at least would know how to talk to Babyface.
Okay.
The young lady who was walking by won Best New Artist. I don't remember her name because I'm not familiar with her. Okay. But she won Best New Artist, and this young lady just got really excited, and she apologized. So it must have been a young lady then that went after this young artist. Yeah, everybody in our industry would be considered young by Babyface standards.
Well, but still, like how about this? I know it's not the same, but it's very similar, and I'm sure you'll appreciate it. If Dr. Dre walks the red carpet, and then Mustard walks behind him, if I want to talk to Mustard too, because it's his moment, I'm not gonna, what is it? Cut off my nose to spite my face, or shoot myself in the foot, or whatever. Like,
I got to miss Mustard today. I'm not gonna stop talking to Dr. Dre.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, if it's Babyface, because Babyface I don't know how many Grammys he has or how many awards he has or whatever, how many hits he's written or whatever, but I know it's a lot.
Yeah, he's beyond that even mattering.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So you have to be someone that doesn't, you either are being intentionally mean or someone that doesn't understand the context.
I don't think
now
she was being mean on purpose. She's just greatly misinformed and rude.
Sure.
Because even if you're not informed, you're a professional.
Yeah.
Your mic flag says AP on it.
Yeah.
So you do this for a living. You're not, because there's celebrities all on the red carpet. Kai Cenat was on the carpet. He's not a journalist.
Yeah.
Right? This young lady was a journalist. She's there representing the Associated Press. So it was just, if nothing else, very unprofessional.
Yeah. Okay.
To scream out to this other artist while you're interviewing Babyface.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's sad.
Overall, though,
we love Babyface over here.
It was a great night.
Okay.
I hope there's some replay available so you can watch it. I don't typically enjoy the Grammys just because of the nature of what we do. I kind of try to keep up with what's going on. So I don't typically watch the entire broadcast either. But I knew Kendrick Lamar Duckworth was nominated 7 times.
Okay.
I knew Beyonce was nominated 3 or 4 times.
That's a reason enough right there.
She was actually nominated a lot more than that. And that, trying to see if she was finally going to get Album of the Year. And if not, like us, again, a diss record was going to sweep its categories was something I was very interested in seeing. And the fact that it happened is still pretty mind blowing, man. But yeah, man, you missed it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I need you to feel that.
Okay, I got it.
And I need you to figure out how to catch a replay somewhere.
Okay, I guess I should get on top of that. So, all right, well then, I guess we'll leave it right here. Anything to add? Use the red microphone talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Of course, hit me on all social media. I'm at Ramses Ja.
I am Q Ward on all social media as well.
And until we talk, y'all.
Peace.
This has been a production of the Black Information Network. Today's show was produced by Chris Thompson. Have some thoughts you'd like to share? Use the red microphone talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. While you're there, be sure to hit subscribe and download all of our episodes. I am your host, Ramses Ja, on all social media.
I am Q Ward on all social media as well.
And join us tomorrow as we share our news with our voice from our perspective right here on the Black Information Network Daily Podcast.